Good morning, everyone. Mike McConville here, Stratford, Ontario, Canada, for StringTechWorkstations. It is freezing rain out there, and the streets are a total skating rink. So nice to be able to hunker down in my shop and ignore all that while I take care of this Eric Johnson Strat that we had started on. Those high spots at the neck junction have been addressed. As you can see, the fingerboard is taped off. So we're ready to recrown and buff those out and do our compensated nut. Here we have a familiar face. You can't help but wonder what Orville would think of a Gibson Explorer. So Brad is one of my local longtime customers, and I don't know how many guitars I've done for him. I kind of lost count. But yeah, he picked this one up. We're going to put a set of Spurzel machine heads on it and set it up for 11 to 54 CGC FAD tuning. Dress the frets and, of course, put a compensated nut on it. Okay, now that those frets are leveled, we'll just take that sharp edge off. With a succession of very fine abrasives, we'll scrub these fret crowns back to center. And then this guitar will be able to drop the action down closer without any extraneous buzzing. So no matter where you're playing on the neck, you'll exert the same amount of pressure to bring the string in contact with the center of the crown, because it will be the center of the crown because we're dressing these frets to bring the crowns back to center. As the frets begin to wear, that's one of the issues. It's not just a matter of buzzing. The strings are supposed to fret in the center of the crown. It's quite a bit extra work, as you can see with the maple fingerboards, because the whole thing needs to be masked off. So there's quite a bit of wear on these first 8, 9 frets. So I'm crowning these ones as well. And before we go over with the emery cloth and successively lighter grits of abrasive to scrub these crowns back to dead center and polish them to a mirror shine. This is 600 grit sandpaper we're using right now, and this is basically scrubbing the frets right back to dead center. And that takes care of all of the tooling marks of the leveling file, and every trace of fret wear is gone here. Now we're ready to buff. When you use that buffer to buff out those frets, you definitely heat them up. We've got low tack masking tape on here. I let this cool stone cold before I pull the tape off. So be careful. You don't want to pull any finish off there. And this is what we are after. Fret perfection. These frets are buffed out to a mirror shine, and every trace of wear is gone. And every fret, every string, every note will fret dead center. Well, this is a very, very thin-skinned nitrocellulose lacquer. After taking all of those sharp edges off and leveling those frets nice and flush, I mixed up a mixture of some amber lacquer and just blended that white exposed maple in with the rest of the finish. Okay, edge dress, fret dress, level, crown, and polish. And now we're on to the compensated nut and our 11 to 49 setup. There's a lot of things about this Strat that are really quite amazing. The fingerboard is almost dead flat at the top. It is a compound radius. This is another study in sixths. It's just a progression that I've looped. If I take that second and fourth string and I add a note on the top string, we get this. let that play. Jeff had indicated that there was some type of special system in here. Maybe I'll take a peek before it leaves. So this guitar is virtually dead silent. Like, can you hear anything? The amp's up, right? Doesn't matter where you put the switch. It also has much thicker neck, but a much thicker sound. I mean, it almost sounds more like a Gibson than a Fender, but... Well, suffice it to say that this guitar is perfectly in tune.